Alright, today I'm dealing with mirror problems. Mirrors on these old Kias are brittle plastic and they don't fold back.
Especially when you hit them against trees.
It was just a half-inch limb, but it won.
Yeah.
In reverse, it caught the corner and just popped this right off, like my survey tape fix. I would take it off, but it is wired in there, so I can't just do that. And I had a while ago bought these classic car mirrors to think about doing it on the fender, so I'd have mirrors that would not hang out and get hit. And that one got busted by a fence post a while back. At least I think it was a fence post. It was something along a driveway that was not a driveway, that was not made for something even as wide as this Kia.
In other words, his average job, his average day job.
So,
by the way, please like, share, and subscribe, which helps us be able to pay for this stuff.
And normally, see, I fixed that one, well, the original one, the green one. It was actually one I put out of a junkyard that got busted off and it got shattered. This one, I fixed the passenger side one with Gorilla Glue. I got Gorilla Glue in there, which is water activated, so it's a good one to use outside.
Yes.
And I was going to glue this back together, but then I started playing with these, and as you can see with the one I just played with, see if I could even see it. I can see it. It's a forward position, so it's easier to see, and it's inside the fender well, so it's not going to get hit.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're putting those on today. Welcome to Crazy Karl Projects.
Yes.
Also, you probably, if you're one of the people who watched the short, you'd see, you know why the green tape is there. That was done minutes after it happened.
Yeah. Well, it was about an hour after it happened. I got tired of having my arm hang out and holding it in place and pulling it back up so it wouldn't just dangle. So
an hour is made up of minutes, so it's minutes after it happened.
It was right before I made the video. Literally right before I made the video.
So what's the name of this company here that you're not sponsored by?
United Pacific. Classic style door peak mirrors.
Where did we get that from? Where'd you get that from?
Amazon.
Well, it's another Amazon product.
Yep, and they're all for the left side. I think, no instructions, but I believe what you do, they're supposed to have been a right and a left. I ordered one supposed to be right and left, but they're not. And I think what it is you just unscrew this. I'm going to find out here in a moment.
That looks so stupid. At least paint them silver instead of chrome.
They'll rust eventually. They always do.
Those are for motorcycles.
No, these are actually for classic cars.
Feel free to mock him ruthlessly for how dumb he does things. Don't even look at me.
Yep, it just reverses like that.
I woke up today and chose chaos.
But it adjusts, okay, it adjusts down here so you can turn the twist. And the reverse mirror, you just take that screw out and just turn it around.
Can we see the screw? Thank you.
Yep. And they give you the hex, and there's a piece of rubber that goes to protect the paint.
Alrighty.
What paint this is. And
yeah, because this paint needs protecting.
I should probably clean it a little better. This vehicle was washed. Give it a good polish before I stick the mirror to it.
But we'll do what the classic car guys do. It's now patina.
Uh-huh.
That's exactly what it is. It's patina.
And it comes with 2 little lock screws and a bit of rubber.
Which I'm of the mindset, you know, it's your vehicle. As long as it's within safety regulations, have fun with it. Do what you want.
Mirror.
Yeah.
I'm doing, well, it's classic Asian racing modification with forward mirrors.
Yeah. This actually officially is becoming Tort The Racing Turtle. We don't have the hood scoop modification yet.
I like that it gives you the hex key for it. Did I latch it? I latched it.
You did.
I made sure it would latch good.
Yep. Yeah, that's our neighbor's cat in the background. The neighbor has a cat that likes to come over here.
Several.
Yes. Not an official Krazy Karl mascot.
There's, if you see in there, there's 2 metal points, rise points, and there's a bolt. I'm trying to set it so it's going between those 2 points, so there's even less chance of it rubbing on anything.
Yep. So if you can't see it on the camera, which I think you can, there's one here, and there's one right there.
So I'm trying to position it so it'll be between them. And I'll tighten it down.
Yep.
And I'll do the same on the other side, even though it was my test runner. Before I started filming, I tested that one, make sure I could even see it from the driver's seat. Because you don't really see the hood, so it makes you wonder if you see a mirror. Oh, you know something else I should do?
What?
Thread lock. I'm going to get thread lock.
Already on. All right, so again, not an official mascot, but apparently I've made friends with the cat. Okay.
Come say hi to me. And thread lock, which it had an air bubble apparently. I moved it a little bit and it spit a bunch out. So
that thread is not coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Like ever.
Back this back down. Hello.
Hello. You supervising our work there, buddy?
Say, Krazy, do we have any food?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. Unfortunately, town has an ordinance against house cats, number 1 and number 2.
Outdoor cats.
Outdoor
and
cats.
You can't feed them.
Yeah, you can't feed strays. And number 2, I honestly think this is the neighbor's cat. Because it's a little too well fed.
Oh, yeah, I think it's well fed. It's just...
Yeah. Hi. Just really wanting attention.
This one out and get the rest of the thread lock off my finger and it.
Conserving thread lock. After all, this stuff's like $4 a tube.
Just locking it to my finger too. Actually, just more there's a lot of it and I don't want it all over everything. It's already all over everything.
I'm kidding.
I need a paper towel after this.
Yes.
And I don't think I have any left in the car.
According to the last video, you don't.
Yep.
Of course, God only knows when this one will be posted.
Well, I've been using it for a work vehicle for months since then. I'm
Yes.
gonna go get a paper towel. Start back with me wiping off extra thread lock.
Start back with you wiping off extra thread lock.
That means good. Don't want them backing out either.
No, that might be bad.
And if you were dealing with a vehicle that you're more worried about the paint underneath here, you could probably put masking tape or something to guard it.
Yeah.
But it's underside and this thing's paint is
About shot.
patinaed nicely.
That too. Well, you say masking tape. I'd probably use electric tape. Nah, because then it's all ooey gooey on the glue. Never mind, I wouldn't use electric tape. But a rubberized tape like that does not go all ooey gooey on the glue when you pull it off. Love my technical terminology, don't you?
Oh yeah. Good and tight. Trying to make it so it bites in good. You might not have to do it near as tight as I am. I'm doing it so when a limb hits it, it doesn't take it off. Because it will happen. And that's it for that one. Now I gotta do the other side. Well, I'm running into, they don't have exactly the same setup on the sheet metal for the fender on passenger side. So I am measuring, I've got the pin stripe, and it's 3 fingers back from the pin stripe, and it's basically the fingers at the bolt and it's finger up. So I'm doing the same over here, trying to get them pretty well spaced the same. 3 fingers from the pinstripe, and then about the same distance up, so it's going to be about there. And eyeball it. It looks like it's good. So there it shall go.
And I accidentally got a Dutch angle on that. Wasn't going for it, but hey.
Be fancy pantsy.
Or I was standing in a hole.
You're just trying to be fancy pantsy.
I was standing in a hole. It's me. How the heck can I get fancy pantsy with recording recording? It took me 6 months to figure out how to get all of your head in the shot instead of just your chest.
And then same thing, thread lock it and start it. And I got the rubber piece on it.
Oh yeah.
Already.
We've rubberized it.
And I did, like I said, I did wash the car before doing this. For what difference it made. But you do want to do it on a clean surface.
We got it clean-ish, but nah. What's the danger if I put that rubberized on the dirty surface?
It'll wear out your paint. It'll rub out your paint, whatever grit may be underneath it.
So if you put it on a dirty surface, that rubber will start grinding, use the dirt to grind the clear coat away?
Mm-hmm. Clear coat, paint, everything else.
Alrighty, good to know.
So.
Yeah, make sure you got a clean surface then.
It's one of those things, if you're doing this, there's a good chance it may damage the paint anyways over time, but that'll greatly reduce what damage it may do to it.
Which we'll be able to find that out here pretty soon.
But these are the same kind of things you use on, most common use is hot rods actually. So when you'll have the old ones that have no mirrors, you can add that so you get the mirrors so you can clear requirements for having mirrors.
Yeah.
And now, I need to figure out how to do a mirror delete panel for these.
Coming soon to a Krazy Karl project. Tort the Racing Turtle becomes more of a racing turtle.
Our mirrors haven't worked on this since I've got it. Even before I had to start messing with mirrors, so.
And then he's decided to try to stress test every mirror he could.
Well, the person that owned it before me did it too, because it came with a broken mirror.
Yeah, and you decided to do the...
I found out why.
Yeah, you made the driver's side match the passenger. Stress testing, that's all. Stress testing.
Well, I use it off-road.
And that's why it's stress testing. It's an off-road vehicle. You stress tested its capability off-road, found it was lacking in a certain department.
This is the things that are nice for modern vehicles. Almost everything has a mirror that folds back now if you hit it.
Yeah.
This was commonplace on the old ones. If you had a mirror like this one had, these got busted off all the time.
All the time, yeah.
They were always missing, and I'm running into the same problem. They're always missing.
I've seen people do it in parking lots.
Oh yeah.
You know, open a door too quick or something in the wrong spot.
Run into it.
Yeah, run into something.
Run into it themselves. I've seen someone run into a mirror, getting through cars and break one, and it wasn't me.
Yeah.
But now I have mirrors. I have forward fender mirrors. Fender mirrors. They're on the hood, but they're fender mirrors.
Fender mirrors.
This should help. Not only do I not have to look so far away from where I'm going. Interesting, the rubber pushed out on that one. And that one's off. It does get there. Okay.
Yeah.
Good and on there. That's what matters. And they don't interfere with the hood, so
there we go.
A good solution. Next is going to be pulling these, which is, we've got a plastic panel here you have to pop off.
There's a plastic panel. I'm trying to get it in there. There
we go. And then there's 3 screws.
I like how you got dirt and dust in your plastic bag.
It's got foam. It's got foam insulation.
Full of dust.
Land of dust.
Yeah.
You can see the interior of my vehicle after a year of work. Well, like, started in July. It's now the end of October.
Yeah.
So.
3 months of work.
And I have wiped the dust out a couple of times.
Land of dust, yes.
But you have, come see the show at the inside of this, come around, and you'll see there's 3 screws that hold that mirror in, and they're just Phillips screws.
Yep. Phillips screws. So if we get a panel to delete that, we may just buy a plastic or something and make a delete.
On this one, I'll just leave this broken one for now.
Okay.
On that side, I got to figure out what I'm doing, because that mirror's got to come off or be glued back, and I haven't decided what I'm doing.
Okay.
And it's one of those, I'm going to have to take it off, because I think where it's at, it's
Yeah.
going to block the fender mirror. Then put it back on. You got a clip there that clips in there, and then a pop clip up here top, so you push down and pop it in. And you lift up, pull out the hip here, and lift up on the bottom to get it off.
So, yeah, you were in the way. Always your back. You lift up here.
Lift up and pull out,
yeah.
and then push down and push in.
So lift up, pull out.
I'll do the
push
other
in,
side.
Yeah.
So you just pop the top out, and lift this bottom up a little bit, and it comes out. And then the dust cloud.
Yeah,
and
we got the dust
a little
cloud.
foam insulation to keep, you know, air out, which is working great. It's got more foam in there. And so 3 screws. That one I am going to pull off.
Yep.
So, I guess I'll put back to the Leatherman. I should have gotten a real screwdriver.
No.
U.S. Cavalry, also not a sponsor.
Yes, Calvary is definitely not a sponsor.
Neither is Leatherman.
Neither.
I'd love Leatherman to be a sponsor.
We'd love either one to be a
Yep.
sponsor.
Considering how many Leathermans I go through, Cat has a leaf.
Yes, Neighbor's Cat is doing every cute thing in the Cute Cat book to try to get our attention right now.
And I'm using the the survey tape's currently holding it up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd have to hold it. If you don't have it tied up, you got to have someone hold the mirror. You got to hold the mirror yourself. And then you might come out here, and you'll see, and it just slides out, and there's the wire connect for the mirror.
So not terribly difficult.
And it's, let's see, push tab. So you push the tab in, and slide
Yeah,
it out.
you just pull them apart. There you go. Don't lose that.
Yep. And the hard part, broken glass. So someone broke a window at some point, I guess.
Not surprised. We know this has been in an accident before.
I have a feeling the windshield's been replaced.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And I have glued the other one back together, but I can kind of show what I ended up doing. There's a little, this is what holds it on. That's all that holds that mirror.
Yes.
And I just put glue there and glue all the way around here after I get it getting clean. And then taped it together and let the glue cure. Actually out on the back porch where it got moisture, because I used Gorilla Glue that uses moisture to cure. And let it sit up 48 hours.
Okay.
And I will glue this one back together. But first I got to figure out what I'm going to do for the panel.
Well, I know it's going to rain tomorrow, so.
Yep. Alright, I had a spare mirror, and I got it at a junkyard. It's what's busted off on the other side. And it's had 3 screws. This one has 1 screw and a plate, so I imagine there's probably 2 more screws underneath it. It comes out, and then it pulls the mirror off. So all I've got to do is get this wiring undone, which this doesn't match anything anyway, so I'll probably clip that, pull the mirror, and then just use that as the delete for now. And eventually I could even cut that and smooth it and do something with it, but for now that'll work.
But you could also, if you're handy with wiring, clip that, take the connector off of here, and wire them together.
We did that on the other side, and I still didn't have power mirrors, so
okay.
I don't know what's
mind.
wrong with the power mirrors, but
Never mind. Your mileage may vary with that.
But instead of doing that, I may end up putting this whole mirror on, which is just put it back together. I'll just tie the wires together, but otherwise I'm just going to take this off.
Yeah.
And have that as a delete and fill the hole with something. Probably putty of some kind.
Crazy glue.
Yeah.
Sledgehammer.
I'm trying to think what kind of putties I've got that would work. I have plumber putty. That will work. It's waterproof.
Chewing gum.
Just a little bit of plumber putty. That's what I'll use.
Chewing gum.
No, plumber putty.
Chewing gum.
It doesn't shrink and it's waterproof.
Technically so is chewing gum.
Yeah, but it does shrink.
That's true.
Well, I took the mirror off and took the plug apart so I could pull these out so I could get that out. And I am now going to fill the wire channel with plumber putty. And it's got a drain hole here, so it should be fine. I just need to plug it up so water doesn't back up here and seal that off. And on the other side, I'm doing the same for the one that's busted off. I'm going to plug this hole here and this hole here so it helps keep from water getting in the door. And just using regular old plumber putty. I pulled it. I'm kneading it like you're supposed to. You're supposed to knead it before you use it. And just pack it in.
So would you say plumber's putty is very needy?
Very needy.
Very needy.
Not necessarily a permanent solution, but it's a good solution for the time being. And it's fairly easy to work with.
So it's just something that's waterproof that's going to hold the seal for a while?
Mm-hmm. Waterproof.
Okay.
It'll hold the seal for a good while.
Until we get...
Until I actually make something for a plate, possibly.
Yes.
But it's going to make a seal. Might be hard to get the putty out, but I'm not too worried about that because if I use the mirrors, I'll use the green ones again.
And yeah, you're just going to glue these back together and all that jazz?
Yeah, that one I'm still going to glue back together, just as I stated. There's one on the porch that's already been glued back together. And like I said, it's just traditional plumber's putty, not a sponsor. Whatever brand the last hardware store I had to buy it from had. You're seeing a car repair done with plumber's putty. And I am using quite a bit on this one because I want this plugged up good, as well as having no, I say that and it's running away from me. So I'm going to need more. You know, I wonder if they make black plumber's putty.
They might. They might do colored plumber's putty. You can probably be like red, green, blue, purple, orange,
I'm sure
red.
They probably do.
Yeah, they probably do.
You can get black plumber's putty. It would be a better long-term solution.
I think a better long-term solution would just be replacing the mirrors with actual replacement mirrors.
Yeah, and you can get other putties. There's, if I end up leaving these wings on and want to smooth it on, I can get a body putty, kind of Bondo, and seal it off and paint it black. Although I'd rather not have these sticking out.
Yeah.
Long term. I'm hoping to fix it otherwise. But that should do it, and that'll work for now. And that'll keep water from getting in the door.
Okay, that's all we're trying to do here.
Yep, that's all we're trying to do. And I've got the mirrors done, so now I've got mirrors that are cleared. I've made my blood sacrifice. Don't know how. But, so I've got mirrors that give me decent visibility. They've replaced the busted off ones, plus they're inside the fenders, so they won't get hit by things I'm trying to squeeze by.
Okay.
And that's it for this. Have a good one.